Hello, Beez Bladers, and welcome newcomers to the channel. How you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. I have an exciting unboxing to do, but first I always have to say thank you to my subscribers and thank you to the new channel members. We now have channel membership. There's a join button right next to the subscribe button, so you can check that out to see if there's something in there you're interested in. There's all kinds of perks to being a channel member. I'm very excited about that. You get emojis and all kinds of cool stuff, and you get to see into the future sometimes, and there's all kinds of perks. And a quick mention, there's 10% off discount codes to White Mountain Knives, KPL Knife Pivot Lube, and Mojave Outdoor. All right. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm not going to do a ton of housekeeping because I'm really good at doing that. Let's see. I'm going to use the Kansept or Kansept, depending on who you are, Main Street. Look at that. This is what I'm going to use to get into this box. So let's get right to it, because I'm excited. I want to see what this knife looks like. I'm excited. Are you excited? Want to get in it to win it. Well, that was pretty easy. Not a whole lot of cutting involved there. Just a little bit of tapage, which is what a lot of EDCers need a knife for, is just cutting tape and opening packages. What do we have here? What is it? What is it? Hey, it's a Bestech. Look at that. Ooh, it's a Bestech. Ooh, I'm excited. Let's get all this. Let's get all this popcorn out of the way. All right, there we go. I'll save that for later. All right, so getting right in it, we have a Bestech Knives, simply the best. And there's that side. It's BG36C, whatever that is. There's this side of the box. And operator D2, satin and black. Oh, are you ready? Are you ready? I'm going to use my little fine point box opener here to get in here so I don't mess up the box. You never know when a knife will be used in a giveaway, or I just want to check out the box or put it back in the box. I always take care of my boxes because you never know what's going to happen. This knife could end up being in a giveaway. So, this is the Bestech operator, and we're about to see it. This is what comes with it, striving for greatness. And you can take a screenshot of that and see everything you get with the Bestech. Not a whole lot in the box, nothing else in there. And hey, we didn't even get the silicone stuff. So here we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. Whoa, I'll give you a good look at this side of it. Look at that G10, nice OD green, all blacked out hardware. That is very nice, very, very nice. So there's that side. Here's the top. We'll go all the way around for a looky-loo. Looksy-loo. And right inside there, I'm going to take a look here with my little baby O-light. I can see we do have, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Might be giving it too much light. There you go. Can you see? We've got some ball bearings in the pivot right off the get-go. Here's this side. I'm going to take a screenshot. There's that side. And one more time for a screenshot. There's this side. Let's see what this blade looks like. Ooh, look at that. That is wicked. Wicked. Ooh, check that out. Let's zoom, do a little zoomage here. What does it say here? Bestech Knives. I'm half blind, so I'm looking through the camera right along with you guys. There's the B for the Bestech. I'll show you some of this contouring. How we got, yeah, the you know what, the G10 has just the right amount of grip to it. It's not like super grippy or anything, but it has texture, which is very nice, very, very nice. And we'll check out and see what size hardware we have here in just a second. That's looking like T6. So here's this side of the blade. So there's not a bunch of markings on the blade. And I'm going to go ahead and clean this off because I don't want to get oil on everything. Ooh, I'm liking the feel and the weight of this knife already. That's pretty cool, pretty cool. Got D2 tool steel. And you can see the texture right there. You get the texture vision, a little bit of feel-o-vision. That's pretty cool. Here's your pocket clip. Looks like a deep carry pocket clip. Got some mushrooms growing in the shade there. You got a full back spacer. And you do have a lanyard hole for anyone that wants to put a lanyard in it. And here's this side for a screenshot. Try to get it at a good light angle for you, because usually it looks a little better in person than it does on just a picture of a knife. So there's that side. Very nice, very, very nice. So let's go over some things. All right, I got the old Scale-a-Rooski fired up. Let's see how much she weighs. Let's see, I'm gonna guess, does it feel like the Manix? It's at least 5 ounces, maybe 5 1/4. What are we coming in at? Ooh, 5.62. So I was a little low, not too far. But let's go ahead and do our own specs real quick, guys, just to see what we're working with here. All right, so your total length is coming in at 8 inches. Your total blade length's about at 3.5. I'll give you more accurate stuff when we come back. 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're about 3 3/8 for the sharpen length. Make sure you guys are being able to see this. It's about right. 3 3/8 for the sharpen length, and then your blade width, which is kind of hard. You know, it's like, where do you measure it, right? So we'll just measure it right here in the middle. We're coming in at about just shy of 1 1/4, and then your handle width is about 1 1/8, a little over 1 1/8. And how about our handle thickness? Our handle thickness is a little less than 1/2 inch. It's not too shabby. Let's see what our close length's going here. Close length is about 4 5/8 for your total close length. Clothesline. That's what was going through my head. And I want to see what our blade stock thickness is. Let's see what this is. It looks like a chunky boy. Looks like a chunky boy. Comes in at 0.146. So pretty much 0.15. Looks like we got a chunky blade stock, but boy, this has a nice looking grind. I'm not going to do official on this, but just to give it a quick check, I'm going to see what it looks like behind the edge right here, without doing like I normally do. So we're like 12 thousandths, and let's look up here just real quick and see what we're coming in at. Oh, it's about 9 thousandths. See, doing this on camera, it's not going to be as accurate as I normally do it. So yeah, about 9-10 thousandths behind the edge. That's pretty good. You know, the way it drops right here, about halfway up, you have a nice flat grind. That's pretty nice. Very, very nice. So let's see what our lockup is. Lockup's coming in about, I'd say 40%. What do you think? About 40%? I mean, that's a pretty sharp looking knife. We've got D2 tool steel. This was made in China, and as far as I know, this is an in-house design. I don't have a whole lot of other specs. We don't need them right now. We'll come back and do all that good stuff next time, right? Okay, so let's check out the fit and finish. Solid as a rock, no blade play, no lock rock. I mean, it is solid. Jeez, it is solid. And it is not reversible clip. So no reversey-versey on your clippy-clippy. Let's see what the action looks like. I'm going to back out here just a little bit. And let's see what deployment's going to look like. Here's a push button. Okay, all right. We got push button going on. Oh my gosh, it's drop shetty. So there's your push button. That's pretty nice. Here's your light switch. It's not like lightning fast. I would say it's a little slow, but this is a big blade. There's a lot of blade coming out there. But okay, check this out, guys. Look at that. Haven't done anything to it. Obviously, it's just out of the box. It's already dropping shut. Oh, I love it. Look how smooth. Look how smooth. Can you believe it? All right, so there's 2 deployment methods. We got a nice big old finger hole here. Reverse flick all day long, all the day. Can we open it with our thumb? Just as easy. Yes, this is a fidget machine. So we got your flipper, you got your thumb. How about a slow roll? Whoop. Oh, yes. Yeah, pinch open, just as easy. That thumb hole is very nice and very generous. It works. And that action, wow. It doesn't feel like it has the strongest detent in the world. That's something I may, mess around and strengthen it up a little bit. But just pushing it down, if you just give it a push, it's right out there. Now, you can fail it. So that's just a thing of note. Most of these flippers you can fail if you try hard enough. Some of them not, some of them you can. This one you can fail it, and this has a big blade. Any knife with a big blade, you're probably going to be able to get it to swing open. And yes, I can. That's either a good thing or a bad thing or an indifferent thing, depending on who you are. All right, let's see what it looks like next to a couple other knives. Do some size comparisons. Guys, don't forget real quick, hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, do it now before you forget, because there may be a giveaway going on this very minute. All right, so here is the Spyderco Manix 2. So that gives you an idea. It's thicker than the Manix 2. Weighs a tad more than the Manix 2. Here's the Spyderco Pair 3 for size comparison. For, let's see, what's another one we have over here? Here you go. Here's the Kizer full-size Sheepdog. Now we're in the vicinity. Now we're in the territory of a full-size bad boy. All right, I'm going to put some up here against it so you guys can get a good idea of what size it is, and then we'll go over ergos, okay? Are you ready? Are you set? Here we go. I'm going to put up the regulars. Always put up the regulars. Up here is the Spyderco Tenacious. This is the Spyderco Manix 2. So you see, this is a nice full-size knife. I like that wide blade. I like that grind. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Here's the Kansept Main Street. I was thinking it was going to be about the size of the Main Street, and it is pretty close. You have a little bit more up here on these two. Looks like a couple of thumb ramps going on. We'll check that out with ergos here. But there's full-size Main Street. Pretty similar. Pretty similar. Nice Warncliffe blade. Pretty cool. Here is the Kizer Sheepdog, full-size, non-flipper. Freaking love this one. Love it. Love it. Look at that. That's pretty surprising. This is a heck of a knife. Tell you what. I'm going to put up a couple that I know a bunch of you guys have. That way you'll get an idea for the size of this thing. The Operator. Operator. Here's the Civivi Baklash. Tons and tons of people have the Baklash. Here's the Pilar 3 or Pilar 3. And I'll just put up one more. Here's a knife that a ton of people have. It's the QSP Penguin. There's your size reference. All right. How are the ergos? I'm going to back out again. Now my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from here to this line is 7 1/4. So that's the size of my hand. And here is what it looks like in my hand. All right, so that's pretty comfortable. Not really getting super hot spotty. I can feel this along here, but I mean, you know, you're going to. I wouldn't say that it's chamfered. I'm trying to get a little spot there so you guys can see. I'm feeling this ridge. If you look, it's almost, yeah, I would say that the G10 is just barely over top of the liners. Or maybe the liners are sticking out just a little bit. What do you guys think? You guys can see it just as well as I can right now. But I'm feeling this edge. It's not, I mean, they are chamfered just a little bit. But let's see what it feels like. If I'm pushing through something, I don't think it's going to be too hateful. It's a little flat, a little 90-degree-ish right here along this edge. Kind of have a 90-degree action. I wish this were chamfered more and a little softer. There we go. See right here where my thumbnail's going over it? It's just a little 90 degrees. I wish it were chamfered or rounded off, because I am feeling that when I'm really pushing into it. So, oh man, that thumb ramp is comfortable. That is really nice. And if you want to get up in it, oh, look at this. That that is cool. I'm enamored, guys. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. You have a little bit of jimpage going on right here. Not a whole lot, but it definitely grabs a hold of your skin. Not in a bad way, in a good way. It gives you some traction. There's no other jimping. What about our pass-through? So it looks like we have a nice pass-through. Let's see what it feels like on the close. That is easy. I appreciate it when you can get to that lock bar easily. When you get to that liner lock without having to squish your finger down there. It's very easy to disengage. That is cool. I really appreciate that. That's very nice. All day long. I'm struggling. What I should actually do is look at the knife and not look at the camera. It would be a lot easier if I just come over here and fidget like I normally do. But there's a Now, I can see this hole is big enough I can freaking stick my finger in it. I don't have the fattest fingers in the world, but this thing is definitely easy to open. You know, I'm going to carry it for a while, and then I'll come back and let you guys know what I think about it. So I'm sticking my finger too far in there. Okay, there we go. Learning curve. I think you're better off putting your finger down here at the bottom. It seems to be a little bit more comfortable. So there's that. There's your first look, guys. Overall, first thing I'm thinking is detent's a little soft. It's a little slow on the action. It's not that big a deal. And then the second thing that's kind of not a concern, but something I've noticed, it's a little sharp up here in the edges if I'm going to be really pushing through something. But for most everyday carry stuff that people do, that's not going to be an issue anyway. I like the thumb ramp, and I like how you can really choke up in here and do some slicing. I like how this blade hits. I mean, you can, there you go. There's your utility cutting for days. Oh, this thing is a utility cutting machine. That is sweet. Oh, real quick, something I haven't done is cut a piece of paper. Let me cut paper. Let's see what this factory edge looks like. Let's see what it does. Does that look sharp to you? It actually, this thing is very sharp. It is grabbing that paper. Look at that. Ooh, I'm having too much fun. But yeah, it's grabbing that paper really well. That is very nice. You can get these at White Mountain Knives. I believe they're about $65. And of course, with my discount code that's in the description, that'll take, what, $6.50 off of that. So you're going to be in the upper 50s. So that's pretty nice. That's not too bad for a hefty knife that you can, I mean, this thing's got a lot of uses. It's strong feeling. It's not a weak, chintzy feeling knife. It's very solid. Let's see, take a real quick look on the inside here. Let's see what our liners look like. Our liners, you can see here, got some nice milling for weight reduction on both sides. You see we're boom, 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 and pow. So nice weight reduction going on there. This is a hefty, full-size knife. I like it. I don't have too many bad things to say about it. Couple little notices there, then you guys can take that for what it's worth. But thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me, have you guys seen this knife? You know, it came out of the blue. I have to thank you to my subscriber that donated this to the channel. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to carrying this and using it as a user. As you guys know, almost every single one of my knives, I plan on using them for real and not babying them. I don't really have safe queens, so all bets are off when it comes to that. I want to be able to give you guys a good idea of what I think about a knife. So if you have questions about it, concerns about it, leave me a comment down in the description. Even if you don't care about the knife and you just want to say hi, say something down in the description. Say hello to everybody. Be a part of the community. But thanks, guys, for stopping by. Remember, keep a Band-Aid handy. Live in the present, and don't cut yourself.